What's going on, ladies and gents? Latest episode of Being Black is Ghetto. I am your lovely host, Jay Evans. And to my right, my lovely co-host,
Terrence T.
You feel me? And my other co-host, to the couch.
What's up? It's a Jayla.
Oh, look at y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Better on the intro.
Chemistry.
We're finally getting
I know,
it.
right?
All right. And this lovely brother on the couch, the man of the hour. Album just dropped, Therapy out. Feel me? Right now on all streaming platforms. Steelyone in the building. Clap it up.
Woo! Welcome.
Yo, like, you guys practice that with your voices? Like,
No.
About to say, that shit was like... that shit was on point. Like,
see?
Yeah.
It's
working. It's the chemistry, you feel me? Jimmy Butler finally on Steph Curry type shit, you know?
It's like chemistry. Plus 100.
Plus 100. And put a parlay on it.
Oh, shit. So stupid.
Anyway, before we get to the antics, Terrence, how's your week?
Week was good. You know, regular.
Hit the parlays?
Yeah, a little something. You know, trying to get my money back. I lost from the Super Bowl.
I was about to say you bet on the Super Bowl, didn't you?
Yeah. I had money on the Eagles, but Saquon didn't get that touchdown.
That low-key messed up everybody.
Everybody's boxes was fucked up.
So,
you know, talk about it.
I'm just making that money back now, so.
I feel you.
Jayla, how about you? How's your week?
My week was pretty shitty. I had another death in the family, so I'm going through it. But I'm chilling. Thank you. I'm chilling. We here, though.
We all send our prayers to Jayla.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
We're going to bully you today.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do.
All right.
That's tough.
Still, how you living over there?
I'm good, man. Had a couple challenges, but I got through them. Perspective is everything.
Period.
You know me?
Yeah.
How's
my
your
boy,
week?
talking about that Super Bowl, though, my son, he texted me. What's the white boy that caught the interception? He made $400 off a $10 bet for that.
Wow.
That's just hard.
$400.
Yeah, I seen a couple lucky slips.
He made $800 altogether. She showed me another slip that he put up. I think he put like $25, and he made another $4 for that. He was like, "Yo, I'm going straight to the casino. Shout out my boy, you heard." Which he gotta relax because to go gamble some more with the money you won from gambling is crazy. Niggas gotta, go call that number. You might gotta get checked out.
Niggas definitely need the number. Yo, I saw niggas was betting on the heads or tails. I'm like, yo, niggas call the number.
Call the number.
You betting on the coin flip is crazy.
Betting on the coin flip is
fucking betting now, though, bro. Like that's just like you don't understand. You be in the weirdest places. You hear niggas talk about parlays, bro.
Yeah.
Like dead ass. I was in the ER, and it was like, and I'm like a doctor and a fucking nurse talking like, yeah, man, this is bullshit. I just lost this. And like this is two, and the dude that he was talking to, he's like maybe a transporter. He's looking at him like, nigga, that's different bread. Like,
word.
I wish I could fucking even put some shit like that up. Like that shit is different.
Yeah, it's an epidemic right now.
This nigga out here.
Knock it down.
I just realized that was in my background. I had to situate that.
I'm so dead.
Situate that.
How's your week though?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Can't complain. You know, regular shit. You know, relocation coming soon, guys. So you know, had to get that squared away. But show keep going, man. That's it. You know, you feel me?
What's up, man? Break it down.
Also want to talk about that too, real quick, because I was deadass in Jacoby not too long ago, and that same shit he said, I definitely seen it. Real time. Like, nigga deadass over there, sucking his teeth, same shit. Black nigga, bro, that's my son. Every time I go, he's like, bro, my parlay deadass ain't hit. My partner gonna pull out his phone, now both of these niggas like, yeah, bro, them must look right here. Yo, niggas
like, this shit is
mind
like
you, there's a whole notification in the hospital. Like, somebody's probably just dying in the next room, and you niggas over there compare parlay.
Like, imagine the niggas like doing the surgery and shit like
these are the new doctors.
Damn, my parlay ain't hit.
Yo, these are
like, bro, you got time? Like, you want to kind of do this? Like, my chest is fucking open, bro. Like, you want to save me?
Nigga said, start the CPR. My parlay did not hit.
Right.
Like, that's fucking different.
Yo.
Anyway, all right, this is gonna be more or less more of a serious episode, all right? Because I feel like we haven't had one of these in a while. Feel me? And there's a lot to unpack going on.
Damn,
So
I want to be with this shit.
you feel me?
Okay,
Nah, it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a little bit of both.
It's a little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
You know what I'm saying? But the first thing I did want to talk about, since, you know, speaking of your album Therapy, what does healing look like for black men?
I don't know if I'm qualified to tell you what healing looks like.
Nobody's ever qualified.
Yeah.
We're a TikTok therapist nowadays.
For all black men. But I think facing your truth and knowing that it's all right.
Yeah.
I think the issue with it is like, you kind of like, the reason why I went into therapy is because I started seeing a pattern of me having issues in certain places with certain people, or sometimes the same people. And I'm starting to realize, like, when you go to an ear of someone that like from someone that you do trust to say like, nah, you're bugging, bro, it's you.
Yeah.
And like you start to realize that shit, and then it's like, okay. And then when you face that shit and then able to necessarily be vulnerable and open up to be like, okay, this is bad. I do want to change this. And then there's life after it.
Yeah.
Some niggas just don't want to even face that accountability where it's like, nigga, like, it's almost like they make it seem like it's a fucking pit they're going to fall in and never going to come out of this shit. Nigga, like, fuck it. You was wrong, you was wrong. We're human. We all could be wrong. So
a lot of people don't want to hold up that mirror to themselves.
Yeah, that shit is real. And the thing about it is like, nigga, like that's, son, sometimes, bro, like my biggest issue is like, I hate repeating the same fucking thing. Like, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you ever get so mad or do some shit where it's like, fuck, I'm back here again. I'm this nigga again. Like, so like, that. So what it looks like to the point of healing is facing it, understanding it, taking accountability of it, and understanding that it's okay. Like, it's not like, I think that's some of the problems that people think once they're wrong, like, they can never come back from it. And I think that's bullshit.
Yeah.
And talk about it. It's like cancel culture. I always say it all the time. It's a fucking myth.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, what I might have done in the past, I could wake up tomorrow and become a different person, apologize, and try to, reprimand my actions from the past. You shouldn't hold one man or woman accountable for something that they might have done or a mistake they might have made.
1,000,000,000%.
You feel me?
But we also got to remember that we live in a place of reality where everyone doesn't feel that way and understand that, you know what, some people might not be able to do that, and that's okay then. And those are people that don't have to be in your life, because that's the truth of the matter is. So like, that's the scary thing about it, so that you can face it and you can come clean about it, and that doesn't mean everyone has to accept it.
Yeah.
And you have to accept that everyone doesn't have to accept it, and like that part is kind of where shit get real.
That is true. I actually just seen a post that I actually wanted to bring up on this pod today. He was like, the realest people have the least amount of friends. And I never seen such a video that opened so much like revelations for me in a sense, right? Because this year just started, and obviously I've already lost friends. Last year, same boat. Like, people that I've known from Sandbox out here losing friends, dropping like fucking fruit flies, bro. And I'm starting to realize, low key, at least based on that video, what he was explaining as to why is why low key I am losing a bunch of friends. And it goes in the lane of accountability. Now, I've never been the friend that's going to low key hold my tongue. I'm never going to be the friend that's about to let you do some bullshit around me, because I do believe birds of a feather flock together. Meaning, if I associate myself with you and you do fuck shit, everyone's going to think that I'm on fuck shit because I associate with you. So with that being said, I seen that video and it just opened up so much shit for me, because I've been even recently just saying like, yo, bro, like, is it me? Because I try to be aware, like, am I doing something wrong that continuously I keep end up in the same path of like this type of fallout? But I'm starting to realize that, especially this year, I told myself I'm not going to let people take advantage of me. That's number one thing. And now when I start kind of putting myself first, is I'm starting to lose friends. And I think that shit is absolutely crazy. So y'all can expound on that. Let me know how y'all feel. But
I have like 3 homegirls that like I've had since like high school. So like, it's hard for me to also like open up and try to like meet new people, because it's just like, damn, like you never know. It's just so hard. It's so hard. So I feel you when it's like, you're losing all these friends because you're growing as a person. These are people that you probably can't bring with you at certain levels of your life. So I have the same 3 homegirls. So I get it.
I feel you, like having like day ones, and it's like you so used to your circle, like you don't want to open up that bubble. Like even like me, like when I went away to college, that's when I started making like new friends. So, and I found out like that's healthy. Like you want different perspectives. You don't want the same, perspectives from like your hometown or whatever, but yeah, like open up your mind to like new people and experiences. Like it definitely could like, help you in the long run.
I think that happens when it comes to the point of like what you're saying, like how you started losing certain friends. I'm blessed to have a circle. I wouldn't even call them friends; they're my family. Of a strong support system. Niggas I've known for like 20 years, bro. Like so, like this it's a group of people that I don't think we're bulletproof. Like that shit won't stop. But at the same time, what you start to realize is sometimes, especially for Black men, we're based, everything performance based. Like it feels like what can you do for me? Like I always have, and the crazy thing is when you start to like put your foot down and kind of just choose yourself, and people start to fall off, you start to realize like, oh, our relationship was truly based off of this.
Yeah.
Like that's our only relationship, and like you start to understand that, and like it sucks, but at the same time, nigga, fuck them niggas. Because you start to realize that shit, and honestly, like that's one of the biggest things I've had an issue with is like, I'm the nigga that everyone calls when shit is like when they need something or shit goes wrong or something or like that. Yo, bro, you ever catch a flat tire and be like, I don't know who to call.
Yeah.
I'm that nigga. Like I'm like, I don't know who to call. Where it's crazy, where sometimes I've put it on social media. I mean, one time I put like I got a flat tire, and my shit blew the fuck up, and niggas is like, and I have to be honest. Some of my niggas was like, why didn't you call me? And I was like, I don't know, man. You probably. And he's like, well, nah, nigga. So don't put that on me. You didn't call me, nigga. Because and because I got these other niggas coming to help you and tell me that my man's got a flat tire and making me look like I'm a fucking boo-boo the fool. Like I'm not gonna because that's a reflection on me. Mm-hmm. And so some of my people's like, you right, my nigga. You're right. I should have hit you up. Mm-hmm. And that was me that did that. But there's also some people that like, yeah, niggas won't. Niggas just, that's fucked up. Yeah. They get you, yeah. You good? Niggas won't even come up. But yeah, that's how it be.
Yeah, I don't. I found it crazy because, like I said, in your case, right? Like people that I feel like I've known for 10 plus, I feel like it wasn't gonna go nowhere. Like if anything, I'm like, all right, maybe the people that I might have met in this past couple of years, all right, they're expendable in a sense. They could probably fall off. But I thought my shit was like, if I known you since my middle school days, you here, bro. Yeah, like we here already. Mm-hmm. So to have those kind of fallouts over whatever the situation might have been, because I'm a type of nigga, I don't think a lot of things is that deep. I feel like anything could be amended if somebody ain't die or you ain't lose a life-changing amount of money. That's just me personally. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like so I guess everyone's different at the end of the day. Everybody looks at certain situations and decides whether they want to move on or not. I already said this on a past episode. I'm no longer throwing the olive branch for anything. I started to realize that it just is what it is at this point. In layman's terms, it just is what it is. I'm not throwing the olive branch. I'm not extending no grace. It's just like, bro, if you want to reach out, I'm always open to speak to anybody. But at the end of the day, I'm not doing it first.
But even if you offended someone or did something like some shit that was like seemed disrespectful, maybe you didn't understand that or you didn't see it was disrespectful.
If I violated, I'll absolutely apologize. Okay. I'm quick to apologize. I feel like that's another thing too. I feel like people are so hesitant on saying I'm sorry. Yeah. Like if you realize you did something wrong, why is it like hurt your chest to say I'm sorry? Yeah. Like, yo, I messed up, my bad. Explain what maybe made you do that, and it's like, yo, bro, I won't do it again. I'm quick to hold myself accountable. Yeah. And that's why in these situations, I'm like, yo, if I were to literally write this story on paper, there's no way I can hand you this paper and you dead ass still think that you're like in the right here. Yeah. Like you're dead ass wrong, bro. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, after doing shit like that, I'm like, yeah, nah, I just gotta fall back. Yeah. And everything does not warrant an explanation and or closure. That's why, once again, I'm not extending that olive branch because there's no point. It's like, you're going to be that type of nigga that's going to be like, yo, you made me feel like X, Y, and Z. And somebody going to look at you and say, so? And that's what you going to do, bro. Like, I'm not falling into that trap. No, me personally.
I can understand that.
You feel me? But how do you measure your value as a man and specifically as a black man? Speak for yourself and then maybe you can speak on a general consensus.
So once again, my value as a black man, how I used to see it is to the point of what I can do for someone, or my performance, like literally to the point of like, if I'm not able to provide, if I'm not able to protect, my value is minuscule. Like it doesn't even matter. Now, from like understanding, facing those things, and also dealing with family, and also dealing with like, there's people in your life, bro, that genuinely love you. Where like, yo, like. And it be the small things, bro. It don't even got to be the craziest things. It be small things where someone necessarily cares about your well-being and checks on you, or just necessarily when you win, you can genuinely see them niggas happy for you. Yeah. That's what necessarily starts to change, like, how I look at my value. And, like, how I look at, like, also how I look at people when it comes to the point of, like, if I'm not able to give anything. Like, that shit, yo, bro, like it's to a point where I give myself anxiety and create issues for myself when I think this is what this person wants from me, or this what this person needs from me, and like that makes me question my value. And like it's like an everyday thing. It's not like just like I overcame it. Nah, bro. Like there's sometimes where it's like you have this expectation. You have expectation. You're worried about other people's expectation of you, and you're trying to fit this mold that. Honestly, nigga, is impossible. Like, it just doesn't, you know what I'm saying? So, like, when it comes down to the point of me looking at how I value myself, I see it into the point of genuine people I keep around me, that I've been around me, that fucked with me, just off the strength of me, and also just the point of, I guess, what I can learn and what people can learn from me. But I know that's kind of, I'm not trying to say it to the point of, because I just said about us giving, but I see value in that. Like, I love that. If someone's been around me and haven't been able to find something that can be useful to them, I have an issue with that because I'm always trying to learn to be better. So they, you know what I'm saying? So they should be able to learn without, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I kind of see that's another way of value also. Yeah, does that make sense? Because I'm a long-winded nigga, bro. Like, you understand? I will talk to get my fucking point out.
I also agree. Like, you hit a lot of points. Like, if you can't be used, you're not useful. So, like,
that's a bar.
Man, I was on fire though.
I stole it from somewhere. Shout out to them. Nah, but like
Quentin Miller in the building.
Feel me? Nah, you should put value in yourself. Basically, like, you know, just being a good person. You know, pouring the good out into the world. Like, it's a lot of like evil shit, dark shit out here. So it's like, I don't know. Like, if you can make people's lives better, like.
You know, I'll quote, shout out to Sada, you know, she was here on a past podcast. She said that. She's like, people look for what you can do for them and don't look at people internally. She was like, what does your heart posture look like? And every time she said, I watch that clip again, I'm like, that was hard. And I feel like that's such a genuine thing because now in today's day and age, it is, what have you done for me recently? And what can you do for me? So when you guys are evaluating people, does these morals and these principles and what people stand on, does this not like... There's not any equation for people? Like, do y'all not see these things? Is this not on your evaluation chart of what's a good human being? Or you're just like, oh, this person might be late. This person does X, Y, and Z, so therefore that's the reason I want to fuck with them.
Because a lot of relationships and friendships is built off of, like, money and material things. It's not even built on, like, yo, are you a good person?
Yeah.
So that's another thing also. You gotta start to realize what your relationship is with people, period. Like, and also, like, you gotta also understand that it's okay to be used and okay to use people because once we both know that we're doing it.
You
feel me? So like that's the part that's the part of it. But like when it comes down to like if you're a good person and not a good person, there's certain people that especially like I deal with music. So like there's certain people where like nigga like I could do a record with someone and I cannot necessarily know the person like that. So and to the point of their integrity. No, they've given me a perspective or of outside of like of them where I'm like, okay, you seem like a cool person. You're not a fucking pedophile. You're not like, all right, nigga, you cool. What the fuck? Like I'm not. Like we haven't dived deep for us to necessarily judge each other. But for some reason, I especially off of music, I've became close with a lot of people that I do music with, and more after that. I've noticed that if I'm really a fan of you musically, I tend to be cooler with you too because there's just something that we're able to build with, and then we start to find out other things. And it's also in this realm of being an artist, it's kind of hard to judge people on things because artists are very I don't want to say we're weird, but there's a lot of shit that we talk about where we're the voice box for people. So you're going to hear a lot of things that where it's like, nigga, like, we kind of are, like, we're in a place where, like, it's just a judge-free zone. Unless you say some wow shit, nigga. Like, unless you say some shit like, nigga, I can't relate with that, but nigga, like, I'm going to let that go. But for the most part, it's something that, it's something to the point where, I don't know. I'm going to
I definitely feel that. I just want to also speak on the fact of when we talk about the value of a black man. I just feel like, you know, the regular cliche bar that they always say, which is you're not really valued as a black man unless you can rap a lyric or dribble a ball. But I also think that also comes back down to representation, right? I don't feel like black people have proper representation in certain, you know, areas. And this is why we always just allude to the fact that if you're not an athlete or an entertainer, that there's no success in it. Because at the end of the day, you know, you don't have your average black lawyer walking around, black doctor walking around, which I'd implore people to go outside and touch grass because these things are available. I go to Jacoby, I see so many black doctors in there. You feel me? People need to realize that there's more to success than those two things. All right?
Even the balance off of that, like it's a bunch of kids that like they could be in tech, like the way they work all these like cell phones and gadgets and shit. Like they don't know like that there's a world of tech like that you could like tap into like. But it's all about like what you know, like your resources.
Oh shit! I know a bunch of kids that be in tech. I know a lot of scamming little kids.
Even though the MySpace days, like when we was coding, like we ain't know what we was doing. But
MySpace definitely taught motherfuckers how to code. That's a fact.
But that's what I'm saying. When you even want to talk about like what could accrue you a lot of money nowadays, creating apps is a thing. Like just get good at programming, and you could create apps. You could be make 6 figures easily, which is another thing. You know, I think people equate success to being a fucking millionaire and these Bugattis and Lamborghinis. These are all things that is like. very 1%. Might be less than that, bro. But like,
but why though? So let's let's dive into that. But why do you think, especially us, why do you think we equate that?
Because like we spoke about previously, you know, a lot of people equate materialistic things to success.
Yeah.
But the reason why is because
We come from
our identity, like that's our identity. Like that's the way for the world to see us.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
I
you know,
agree.
like in all honesty, like, all right, for example, you'll see two men at the bar, right? And I'm not gonna say who is who, right? Ripped up jeans, button up shirt, regular Yankee hat. Like what? Another kid, bust down, 2 chains on, some motherfucking Mary's on, both millionaires. We can tell who is but we can tell which one is a millionaire and we can tell which one is not, right? In all honesty, and I'm very, bro, we do that for the equate of value just for people to see us.
Yeah.
Like, in all honesty, my nigga, like, it's the point of and we talked about it before, like, we was having a conversation about that before, the accessibility, the access to it. You having access to a certain type of money or access to a certain type of lifestyle, it makes you more, it makes you seem more valuable, it makes you seem more interesting. And like, I'm not gonna lie, we all fall to that. It's not like we don't. You know what I'm saying?
We all want nice things, like treat ourselves to nice.
A billion percent. And
that's something that's from like beginning of the time. Like,
and the whack shit about it is like, I've seen, like, I'm sorry, like, I've seen people that are not in our culture be so like, it's not a big deal at all. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. And they're still elite in their life, like, to the point where, like, they're still seen with a thing of value. They're still seen and accepted with a thing of value. And as you get older, these things do change. As you get older and you start to equate and get these certain things, you start to realize, like, this shit was nothing. Like, this was nothing to, like, anything that I've sat here and said that I wanted so much, and after I got it, I realized, like, the fuck was this gonna do? Like, I felt like something was gonna change. Like I beat the game type shit. Like, something was gonna fucking,
like, you want something so bad, you finally get it, and then it's like, what's next? Like,
it means nothing.
That feeling is gone.
Like,
I think we put a negative connotation on it, but it does go one of two ways. Because at the end of the day, everyone spends money. Now it just depends on what they like spending money on. So when people bring up the whole analogy of, oh, the average rich person doesn't show off, they don't wear their money. But I'm like, yeah, but maybe they travel the world majority
or
of
got
the year.
gambling problems.
Yeah, like that is what they. Now, as a culture, yes, we like to be flashy and braggadocious in what we do. Now, I don't say that's bad. I always say as long as you can afford it. I forgot what the bar was. If you could buy it twice, if you could buy it twice, by all means, go get it. You feel me?
But
I don't think you should be spending your last on shit.
Yeah, but that's the problem, bro. More niggas talk about making more money and not realizing if you live among your means, you actually would have more money. There's a difference between making more money and having more money. And the problem with it is like, and understand this, I am speaking this as also someone that does this, that has the same exact problem. Bro, when you sit here and say that we all spend money, half the shit niggas spend money on is first investing to make more money. Meanwhile, when niggas is trying to keep up with the Joneses, we're willing to do a lot of things for money, almost to the point where penitentiary chances for money, just to be noticed and seen. Like, I work with kids a lot. I got motherfuckers that is scamming, like, bro, $200,000, $400,000 to sit here and understand this, like, bro, just to be seen a certain type of way. And just because, and also at the same time, I had this song on Lost City called Good Kid. And the crazy shit about it is, it was a true story about a kid. I'm sitting here telling him, like, yo, bro, you can, like, there's so much things you could do. The kid was in college. Like, he was smart enough to, but at the same time, he was like, nigga, my mom's fucked up at home, nigga. Like, I gotta do, there's nothing you gonna fuck up. He's talking to me while he's sitting on his Benz. Like, telling me, like, nigga, I don't give a fuck what you, I have to, like, at the end of the day, nigga, my family looks up to me to pay these things and do these things. I said, all right. But with that being said, nigga, why do you need a Benz and why? Because why the fuck don't I? Nigga, like, I'm like, and what am I gonna tell him? Like, honestly, what can I fucking say to him? Understand this, the instant gratification of me being fed or what I gotta do, I don't give a fuck what you gotta say to me. Because all my life, I haven't been seen. All my life, I was fucked up. And honestly, if I'm going into the point of the different generations before me, they was fucked up too. Like, the biggest thing I can see them becoming is what? the poor man lottery, becoming a fireman, which is a great fucking job, and that's a blessing. And I hope dead ass. I hope I can get to that. But if not get to that, some 9-to-5 shit. Try to get in garbage. Try to work for the
city
school.
job.
Bro, and like this is
city job.
And to the point of him saying this, I'm sitting here like, yo, there's a lot more things you could do, but the problem is I'm not gonna have enough time to convince you or show you what you can do because it's instant gratification.
Yeah,
because I feel like I am not someone. I feel like my value does not exist unless I can show that I have these things. So with that being said, bro, fuck your dream of you could do this and be this and be that. It's too long.
Yeah.
It's too far ahead. Like, bro, like even to the point of schools, like when we talk about school, yo, in 4 years you're gonna do this and go, bro, what? I can't digest that right now. And more with the internet and how kids are having access to things, it's so much harder for them to digest like what comes after that.
Yeah, people can't fathom like the future because they don't even know if they're gonna for
bro.
the future.
And so when we talk about these values, right? It's finding the values of us before this shit gets to us. Like the truth of the matter is, man, like, yeah, bro, like when we come outside and let's say we're not wearing the best things. Let's say we're not dressed the best way. Let's say we are keeping it in something that doesn't stand out. What do you think is gonna happen to that kid? Honestly.
Probably get bullied.
Bullied, talked about, like, shitted on. You ain't shit like, girls probably ain't gonna fuck with him.
They only right past them.
But I think this is why, maturity has a big thing to do with it because I feel like obviously, when you're in your school age, you're gonna get flamed for that. Like you the nigga in class with the Old Navy, all right, you cutting your ass, you feel me? Shout out to all y'all niggas wearing New Balance now that trying to make that fly. You used to get your ass cut for that in school. You feel me? Niggas try to revamp champion, niggas used to flame you for that, bro.
Yo, bro, you look like a nigga that hold on to shit too. Like, fuck y'all,
I was never a New Balance nigga, but I'm just saying. So much shit niggas want to go bring back that niggas used to get bullied for, but I feel like growing up now like this, I'm a black teen nigga everywhere I go now. Don't be buying no clothes, bro. Go get me a pack of Gildens nigga off of Amazon. Call it a day, bro.
But you gotta understand, bro, that's still in. You alright. You see? You not you look,
and also,
like that's the fit.
And also you got your own style. Like everybody got, as long as you're not trying to be somebody else, like
I tell my mans all the time. I said, my son, shout out the magicians out there. You feel me? But cop the legs of the Cleesies, get the Marys, got the Rick Owen boots. At the end of the day, niggas be walking. I will trade all of that in the world for my Infinity outside. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro. Yep. I'm driving. Like it's just where you're allocating your money to and what is actually valuable to you.
1,000,000,000%. But at the same time, you still carry a code and dress a certain type of way where you'll never be caught dead in certain things, my nigga. We are all
victims. You're not getting caught dead in the emoji sweatsuit.
And exactly, my nigga. Like you can sit on, but we all, bro. Like, and it came to the point where, like, son, it became art to us. It became a thing to us. How much we were into fashion and cars and bro. We're the biggest consumers. One of the biggest consumers. I don't know. I haven't checked in a while, but we're the biggest consumers. You want to find the most latest thing, the most fire fashion, the most illest tech? Go to the hood. Go to the hood and find it. Why am I going to the hood to find that? How is that possible, nigga? Why am I able to go to the hood and find the most latest thing ever? All of us niggas, a bunch of niggas fronting that we're not broke.
That part. You know what's crazy too that you even say that because I'll use Westchester as a prime example. You go driving through Bronxville, all of they cars, they drive regular nigga cars. Bunch of Toyota Highlanders, a couple of Accords.
No affinities.
You feel me?
No affinities.
No affinities. Right. But I go drive, I go to work, I'm in Edenwood Projects. I see Durangos outside. I see SRT Chargers, brand new Benzes.
Yo, I'm seeing Cybertrucks and shit.
I see the Cybertruck park on fucking Jerome in the Bronx. Like, you live on Jerome with a Cybertruck?
Yo,
let's really talk about it, bro.
But then at the same time, the way niggas is looking at it, like, nigga, I don't even see myself making it to 21.
Yeah,
I don't see myself making it to 30.
I
don't see. The fuck you mean? What are you like, bro? Once again. What are you gonna tell me, nigga? What are you gonna tell? Like, bro, what are you going to tell me if it comes down to the point where I'm looking at 2 generations up from me,
longevity,
and niggas is still Nigga, they in the same crib as me. What are you gonna tell me?
I think that's also why though hard work like kind of has to mean something, right? Because once again, shout out the magicians. If you making all that bread off of a phone, you don't really understand what it's worth. Like for me personally, I love Marys. I think they look like amazing jeans. But for my work week, that's literally like I gave myself like 60 hours of my life or something plus that to buy a pair of jeans.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all. 60 hours of my life is not worth a pair of jeans.
Facts.
Therefore, that is why I'm not doing that.
And so you understand to the point where it's like, okay, how much time did it took for me to get this money compared to how much time it takes for me to get rid of this money, right? But it's not that our work ethic or we don't work hard. We don't have the knowledge of understanding how to, like financial literacy, to understand how to actually accumulate paper, how money works. And like, I say this to my, like, bro, I really believe this. If you are the smartest nigga in the room, you are truly in the wrong room. I chill around niggas that really get to this fucking manyan, bro. And I'm trying to learn from them. And like, I saw this, Dr. Boyce Watkins, he put this tweet. My man actually is really cool with him. Shout out Andre Hatchett. He said, yo, we need less rappers and more businessmen. I actually responded. I said, no, we actually need both. Every rapper should be a businessman.
Yeah, why not?
Why there should like that, like, and I spoke because I'm a rapper. I'm like, there's no rapper that shouldn't be a businessman. Actually, being a better businessman and being, and shout out to Earn Your Leisure, man. Shout out to, what's the name? Troy and Shotty. They made getting money and being smart about your money cool. And it needs to be. It needs to be that. It needs to show, like, we now have access to so much shit now where there's no excuses to it. And to the point where it's not about hard work. Niggas work hard. Niggas, yeah, bro, I've seen some niggas do amazing things where it's like, nigga, just from niggas selling weed to crack to fucking, to pills, I've seen them do amazing things where it's like, nigga, you just bought a fucking Porsche by just doing this? Yes.
And take some type of...
And literally all around the clock doing this. There is hard work. But niggas...
They're finding it in different
that's the only pattern. That's the only game I've learned that gave me the instant gratification that I'm going to make this money. Yo, do this and do that. That's taking too fucking long, my nigga. Put this here and put that there and it's gonna grow. That's taking too fucking long, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm hungry now, nigga. Fuck. I'm like, all right, my nigga, but what? Now, niggas that are scamming, they sit here and I'm like, yo, if you put your bread here and let's say you put a large amount of money here and interest-wise, they'll pay you this monthly. Huh? And understand this, I'm learning this from niggas, and I said this to one of my youngins, and niggas was like, he came back to me like, yeah, you know, if you put like $2 million in a fucking bank, like the interest off of that, you can like live like I could pay all my bills in my crib from that. I'm like, nigga, you got $2 million? The nigga said, what are you talking about? I said, we in a different type of game, youngin'. He said, and I said, we in a different type of fucking game, my nigga. I said, he was like, nah, but like, you know, this is my man, but like, yeah, niggas. I said, yeah, well, I don't got access to $2 million like that. If we talking real estate, I have access to a lot. But if we talking that's a little bit of a different situation. And my nigga, like, that's the biggest problem when it comes to our value is that we were always, we were just always told and always put each other down when niggas wasn't gonna be shit. So yeah, niggas is playing for keeps when it comes to trying to look a certain type of way. Yeah, I'm gonna get that fucking Cybertruck. Yeah, I'm gonna bring that foreign out, and I'm gonna stun on every single one of you niggas. Like, for all them times you niggas used to fucking try to play. Yeah, niggas is dead serious about it.
What do you say? Before you ace in the beamer, you got to be ace in the cleaners.
Yo, that's a fact.
That's really all it is, bro.
That was tough.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. I feel like niggas just got to value where they put their bread at, and especially to that point too. Like, once again, shout out to my sons as the magicians out there. I told bro, I say, yo, bro, because a lot of niggas that do that be making music and shit. I'm like, yo, you could literally take that bread, go hire some fucking off the books contractor, and literally go build a studio with that. And now you can make turn that into some legal income, bro. Yeah. But once again, it goes back down to representation. People look at certain jobs and think these things don't make money. Like, bro, there's laundromats that make 6 figures a year.
Hell yeah.
Non-stop.
You feel me?
There's people that be doing vending machines all over that be making mad bread.
Mad bread, bro. But these
I
are
was
the
talking
things.
about that today, vending machine. That's a fact.
So I'm saying it's either A, we just don't know it, and people don't know it, or B, like they just don't see it enough because they, like I said, they don't equate the quote unquote the ace in the beamer to him maybe owning a bunch of vending machines. You might see him and be like, oh, you just assume that he might be a drug dealer or something, or he does some type of street shit. But you can be like, nah, bro, I sell cookies. Or some whatever, some random shit.
You also just gotta, but when you're sitting here to tell niggas this shit, you have to fit the role. I'm sorry, a lot, and that's just how we are. We're visual people. Yo, man, you could do this and do that. Nigga, you just hopped out of a fucking Honda. That's a 94 Honda. Shut up. And niggas will say that. I'm like, but you don't know. This nigga really could be getting to it. Yeah, I hear you. But not in a 94 Honda, my nigga.
That's all I wanted. That's why we got to debunk that today. Like, shout out my moms too, right? She worked for a doctor for basically her whole career, like 20 years, bro. He just bought a brand new car last year. He just got a Tesla. Not even something super crazy. Mind you, that nigga makes easily over $400,000 a year. Has been making that, like I said, her entire career. He was driving some like 99, like fucking, some just old ass car, let alone his whole fucking thing. So it's like, our culture just needs to stop doing that, bro. Yeah. Just stop. If we don't take away nothing else in this episode, would we
question that if he was a white guy? If he was driving a 94, an old car, would we question that and what's his value or his money? If he was a white guy, we wouldn't. We wouldn't. We would never question it. We wouldn't say anything about it because we would think like they don't need it. They don't need that to prove that they're valuable.
Even the biggest thing of financial literacy, like once again, we want to drive the newest things. Car notes is what keeps niggas in debt. Well, it's a big portion of what keeps you in debt. You want to go drive a brand new 5 Series to the M3, all the Beamer boys. Shout out, B58 niggas out there. You feel me? But like niggas want to drive these brand new cars, not realizing, bro, between your insurance and your fucking your note and your insurance, bro, you paying like $1,400 a month, or damn near up north of that, like $2,000 a month for a car.
But if you can get a SUV or what's the name and use it for your business as a tax write-off, as long as it's worth or over $6,000.
Nah, you just do it. Check the
camera. You can hear me? I'm good. You good, bro? What's the name? Nah, if it's over, shout out to Earn Your Leisure. And don't quote me. Please look this up because like. Niggas like, nah, niggas like the fact check. Check it, nigga. I don't know. But if it's over, if the car weighs over a certain amount of, I think over 6,000 pounds or something like that, and let's say you bought like a Benz truck or a Benz, what's the name? Yeah, you can use that as a business tax write-off that actually necessarily can benefit you. Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of different things that we need to learn, bro.
Type shit. I want to transition back into the conversation of therapy real quick, right? And I got a couple quotes from your album, all right?
Yeah, I was listening to your album too.
Thank you. I appreciate
you called me stale because you knew I'd be the toughest, right? So what made you feel like you had to carry like the workload or the weight of your family?
To be honest with you, that line is talking about to the point of my mom and just to the point of my mom being sick. I would say that my brothers, we carry it all together. But I would also say that because of the situation of my pops not being there and like what we were and what we saw our mom do, like my mom like really is a goat. Like she really like you. So just to give you a just kind of a paint a picture for you to give you some background in that song. There's a part where I said, what's the name? In 10th grade, we found out we had different mothers. My mom raised my father's kids and me and my brother, but I didn't know that we all had different mothers until my brother's mother died.
Oh wow!
So I'm the youngest.
Yeah.
So I'm being raised and nigga, like I think we're just all the same. My pops bounced, and my mom is raising all of us. And my pops left his kids with my mom. So my mom only birthed 2 kids.
Yeah.
And there's 5 of us.
Nah, yeah,
you feel me? So I'm not knowing it, and then and to the point of like. That mindset of grind and family and work, like I totally equate that from my mom. So like when the queen falls, my mom, nigga, I gotta step the fuck up. Niggas gotta step the fuck up. And I'm not gonna lie to you.
How long did it take for you to like realize like it's time for me to step up? Was it instantly or was it like a process?
I learned to step up through my brothers. My brothers stepped up and my brothers did it. And then it came to the point where my brothers would be like, nigga, you gotta do this. And you gotta do that. And then it became to the point of me doing this and doing that. I understood like the instant gratification on how this helps this. How this helps the household. How this helps the family, right? And then it's crazy too because in my circle, I'm the youngest in my and I would say I'm somewhat the black sheep in my family. But then in my circle of my peoples, I'm the nigga that niggas come and get like in sex the structure.
Yeah.
You Caribbean or you Black American?
I'm Jamaican.
That's why.
Yeah.
Anyway, you do anything creative, niggas like no. It's always you're supposed to go to school, get a degree, regular shit. Like
man. So like that, I would say to the point of me having that mindset. I would definitely say for my family, but definitely say for my mom. My mom was just a real ill person. Like she was like a real like she had her perspective on things was always ill. Like my mom would there's certain things that I say that people say that they like it's almost like big in my town. Like my mom used to tell me shit like, make sure you put your money away. And I'm like, why? It's like my friends are coming over. It's like my brother. She was like, don't give your friend a chance to disrespect themselves.
Wow.
I said,
what?
Facts, she's like, don't give your friend a chance to disrespect themselves. You just say, you don't know they're demons and you don't know what the fuck they go home to.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I said, Mom, what the hell are you talking about? Like, what the fuck are you doing? She was like, Jeffrey, that $10 is $10 to you. Yeah. You don't know what that is to that next man.
Yeah.
Put it the fuck away. Nigga, like, why you gotta question me? Like, just put it away. It was shit like that she would do and say. Like, it was just certain things she would do. My mom, even to the point of like, with financial literacy. My mom once told me, like, I would go with my mom to pick up rent. My mom owned a property in the Bronx. She was like, she would go pick up rent and every time she would pick up rent, she would put that money in the account, and she was like, "Do you know why it's so important for this house to be running?" I'm like, "Cause it gives you money." She's like, "I never touch this money. This building keeps our house going. As long as this building keeps our house going, I don't have to worry about anything else. So now the money I make from my job is my money. Right. So this pays our bills." And I'm like, I didn't understand it. And she was like, well, you don't need to understand it. Just understand this needs to be running for this to be going.
And that's why once again, in the conversation of financial literacy, people just need to realize like a lot of the mentality should be how to offset, bills basically. Yeah. So as long as you have, I say my two biggest things right now in life, if I have any type of passive income that could cover the mortgage / rent and my car, I'd have mad bread. I'd have mad bread, bro. Facts. So I feel like those are the two things. And people don't realize, once again, you don't need even mad cribs to go do that. In the land of real estate, you probably get one multifamily split it just top bottom. Rent that shit out. That shit covers your own mortgage. I knew somebody that they moved from Texas to Florida and now beautiful Florida home. And their shit gets paid for now by the Texas crib. Oh, it'll take one crib to build it. And they built that crib from the ground up.
Yeah.
But also another thing about it is, what they also did, and what we have to understand, you said they went to Texas and they went to Florida, and they're from here?
Originally.
So the reason why what I'm trying to say is like, we also got to start to digest cost of living.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's what it really is also. Like, you do realize, nigga, like, you can go certain places and your cost of living is down where it's like, nigga, I got mad more bread. I'm getting paid my same salary, but I have less bills. I have less things.
You know what's crazy? I actually had this conversation on like sometime last year too. And this is when I started really realizing New York is ridiculous. Niggas say, yo, damn, bro, they gotta raise my my rent or mortgage or whatever. So first of all, like, how they no, it was mortgage specifically. I was like, how the fuck they gonna raise your mortgage? Because I thought your mortgage would be locked in.
Payment, right?
Yeah, but whatever. I'm not too educated on that. Regardless of, so the nigga say, yo, how much they gonna raise it? He's like, my shit gonna be like $1,750. I was like, $1,750? I said, nigga, what you paying right now? It's like $1,500. Nigga, what? Mind you, the nigga has it was a 3-bedroom house in a suburban neighborhood in Florida. 2 bathrooms, one of them's attached to his room. Paying $1,750 for your mortgage.
I know someone in fucking Florida, nigga, that got a 4-bedroom house. The nigga works at Home Depot. I said, yo, where else you work at? I work at Home Depot. I said, what else you do? Home Depot, my nigga. How the fuck do you work at Home Depot? I live in Florida. That's how the fuck I do it.
Bro, that's
Works
crazy.
at Home Depot, full-time Home Depot, 6 days a week. Happy as a motherfucker coming home. I'm sitting here. I'm like, yeah, nigga, I'm in New York though. Yeah, you in New York stressing.
Yeah, niggas trying to swindle the system. My pops tell me all the time. They got I got an uncle apparently. He working for sanitation, right? He was living in the P's because his mom was sick. When his mom passed, he stayed in the P's. He's like, fuck it, housing don't do their job. I'm gonna stay here as long as possible. And they start realizing, but for those that don't know, housing goes off of your income. Mm-hmm. So once they started finally catching up, they was like, damn, this nigga make mad bread. Nigga said, what? You would have thought I'm paying this to live in the P's. The minute they found out, took his ass to Florida. Living his best life, bro. And I used to always think that was just a joke, and they'd be like, oh, all niggas do is work city jobs, work 20 years, get your pension, and go to Florida. I'm about to be one of them niggas. I'm about to be one, bro.
Everybody I know from New York, like all the old heads, like they moving south now to retire.
Yeah, facts.
Like,
bro, it's the cost of living.
The price does not make sense, bro. $2,200 gets you a luxury apartment in fucking My Haven or some shit.
It's not worth it.
Meanwhile, you got niggas in motherfucking in what's that shit? Bali. You got motherfuckers in Bali, nigga. Got a crib looking like a fucking mansion.
Yeah.
1,800 cash, 1,700 cash for the month for everything, not just for the place of living. Food, out, all that. Matter of fact, Pancho, didn't you come from Bali or some shit?
Yes, he was just telling me that
Pancho, too. Bali ass nigga, where you at?
He was just telling me that too.
Bali,
that's crazy.
Nigga, I'm like,
it's crazy. I've been seeing that shit too, and then you probably speak more of it because you know you're a well-traveled individual. I seen a post that they was like, fucking what? It starts with a T. It's not Taiwan. It's somewhere else overseas, bro. But there's like the price they're paying to like live, and there's like high-rise apartments and building. It looks beautiful. Like the people's amazing here. I'm never coming back to America again. I'm like, I feel that.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I missed the shit out of Taiwan. Taiwan is fire. Like I remember when I went out to Taiwan, bro. I went out there with 1,500 cash. I was out there for 3 weeks. I came back with, besides not counting my show money, I didn't touch any of my show money because it was all in my PayPal account by the time I got back. I came back with $700. No, I came back with $850.
Wow.
I was there for 3 weeks.
Wow.
Hotel, eating. Nah, they paid my hotel. Eating, buying shit. And bro, understand this. I'm buying nigga shit. You want something, nigga? Because at this point, nigga, like, I'm on my second week, third week there. Niggas I still got bread.
I thought I was about to run out by
now. I was shaking.
You want to drink? Niggas, I intended on oodles and noodles last week.
It was a joint I was rocking with out there, nigga. Let's go to the supermarket. Bought a lace of shit, nigga. Like, whole fridge good. Like, she was like, you sure? I'm like, the fuck am I doing, nigga? Like, shit.
Yeah. But I want to double back on the topic though of bearing the weight of your family because I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I'm victim to that. I know, like for me, I've never been a college nigga, right? So the career I'm in now, I could be fucked up for this, and that's why they beg me to go to therapy in these fucking comments. But like, I tell niggas all the time, like, I'm trying to become a firefighter in life, and if not, I'm probably gonna go military. And my sister asked me, she was like, yo, why you want to go to the military? Now, my biggest thing right now is like, I want to make sure my parents is straight. Whether if I drop dead tomorrow, I need to make sure they all right. So when she said that to me, she's like, why are you going for these careers? I'm like, well, if I die in a fire tomorrow, my house gets paid off by the department. If I go to the fucking military and I die tomorrow, I mean, I haven't done research on them, but I'm assuming they fake send you bread and take care of you. And I don't know if that's a terrible way to think. People's like, yo, you need to live your life for yourself and not for others. But I'm like, that's just my mentality. I just feel like because as what my parents had to sacrifice for me to get to this spot, I just feel like it's only right that I pay it forward.
Yeah.
So if that means if something the worst of the worst happened to me, I just need to know that if that day came, my parents and my peoples are situated.
So let me ask you something. What did your parents say to you?
In regards to what exactly? I mean, my parents.
In regards to the point of like these two decisions you made, and them, do they know that you're saying that because you're doing this so they're good?
I don't think they know that as the reason. I think they just think it's like a good career choice. And the military thing just came recently, but like even then, my mom was like, they always said that I should have went to the military, but I don't think they understand how real it would be if I like went because I actually told my mom yesterday. I said if I go to the military, I'm not going to the military to be on some like shout out the Air Force, but you know what I mean like them niggas that be staying down all day. Like I was like I intend on full on being like.
In the military.
Yeah, like I'm really.
I get it.
That's at least my intention if I go. So I was like, I just want you. Sometimes as especially older adults, they don't realize how real shit is until it's really in front of them.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So the crazy shit about it though, and it's all right, and because once again, like I don't like to speak like I'm fucking. I don't know. This is just my opinion. I'm not qualified.
This is my opinion.
Yeah, this is what's name, but like, digest this one, nigga. Your parents are supposed to. You're supposed to bury your parents. They're not supposed to bury you, right?
Facts.
So with that being said, do understand when, like, bro, like, my biggest thing, and I said it in therapy. I said, yo, like I'm grinding so hard so you could be proud of me. my mom said, I wish you would just spend some time with me. Honestly, I wish you would spend some time with me because you achieve everything I set you out to be. My biggest fear is when you look in the mirror, you don't know what you see. Nigga, do realize you could do all this shit. God forbid, nigga, your parents drop. You got to do all that shit. No one else. It's not for anybody else. And that's the fucking whack shit about death, my nigga. Like, life will always go on. And to the point of the purpose, like, whatever your purpose is, if you're doing it for anyone else, nigga, you're going to die alone. It's you. You have to bear that cross. You have to carry that. So, like, with that being said, my nigga, like, what's the sense of doing anything for anybody else if it's only you? And like when you start to get older, you start to see things like you start to realize like, yo, it was crazy because like my sister was like, yo, she said it the other day to me, and it's just shit you don't think about. She was like, yo, does anyone have a key to your crib? I'm like, no. I'm like, why would anyone have a key to my crib? She was like, if you die, idiot. I'm like, what do you mean if I die? She was like, if you die, who's gonna find you? She said, if you die, who's gonna come inside? And I'm like,
that makes sense now.
Why the fuck you think like that? She's like, because niggas die still. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, right?
You're not wrong. Actually, like I said, shout out my
homegirl.
You know, she a single mom of 2, and I actually said that to her. I said, yo, I was like, do you have like a life alert or anything of that nature in your house? She's like, no. Why the fuck would I have that? Same reason. She's like, you know, you equate life alert to like old people and shit.
Yeah,
like, nigga, if you have 2 kids here,
if
you drop down right now, if you have a heart attack right now in your kitchen, who's gonna know? Who's gonna alert the authorities?
Yeah,
because their kids are not of age yet to do such things.
Yeah,
and like with that shit being said, because I want to bring it back, because I always can spin somewhere else and then fucking leave the conversation love. I'm saying that to like you start to realize and look at life into the point of yourself and thinking about what you do, and we're so, it's second nature for us to do things. Performance. Remember I told you about it's second nature for us to provide and perform and do these things for people, for our show them that we're appreciation to show them that. But you also got to understand, my nigga, like in the situation of that, when they go, nigga, if you did it for them, what happens then?
Yeah.
Oh no, I think to myself, maybe on this might go to the thing that I don't have no kids, because like, I hate to be morbid today. Let's say we gonna vent today. You feel me? I don't feel like there's such a sole purpose. Like I have something like to OD live for. Like I just want to make sure I'm taking care of my people. That's always just the first thing on my brain. Like because I feel like if I were to drop dead tomorrow, as long as my people are taken care of, I don't really care. I ain't got nothing to pass on to nobody or nothing of that nature.
And no one and understand this. No one's saying that you're not supposed to be like that. What I'm just saying to you is, okay. You having kids or you having your family, right? Like your parents, with them being that, if that's something they wanted for you and you wanted that, then fine. But at the end of the day, my nigga, their job is to you doing what you're doing is the fruits of their labor. Mm-hmm. You are surviving and growing every day and becoming. You did what you're supposed to do for them. Once they go, my nigga, you can't provide for them. They're going to go.
No, that's a fact.
And with that being said, like for example, like me having my daughter, I want to set up and do these things for my kid, but I also realize that like, and I'm just realizing this because my kid is a teenager, and I'm starting to realize like, oh shit, she's not gonna fucking want to be around me soon. Like she's gonna want to live life and become her and do those things. My job is to teach her as much as I can, which I told her at the age of 13, she's already smarter than me. But like teach as much as I can and set her up in opportunities and put her in position to be the best she can be. Yeah. But what the fuck I look like her doing some shit to make me happy when I ain't gotta fucking live. Nigga, that's her life she gotta live.
That's the blessing though, because some parents want their kids to live out their dreams. Like because
they're scared. They're petrified. So they want you to live, they want you to live out their dreams because they think like, and I'll tell you something, like I try to take my daughter's losses. Like I try to stop. I think I've been sometimes overbearing or overprotecting of certain things, and I've pushed my fear onto her. Yeah. Where it's like, no, that nigga, that's your fear. That's not what I don't live that. Yeah. And parents that do that, like, yo, you gotta become this, you gotta become that. Because, bro, I wanna die to know that you're good. Yeah. Like, bro, like if my like, yo, bro, I would sit here and say that. I said, like, yo, God, if you can guarantee me that harmony is going to be good, and you can, and for that to guarantee me that, and you're gonna to do that, I would have to give my life. Do it now. Take it. Like if you, because that's my nigga. That's one of my purposes.
Yeah.
So like what you're saying about, you're actually almost robbing your parents of their purpose, because nigga, the purpose is you to be good
type shit.
And if you're not, like, bro, and the crazy, like my daughter is like a overachiever. Like she's like she's a big deal. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like my daughter is one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. She's a big deal, right? And sometimes she'll be like, oh, this happened. I'm like, are you happy? She's like, why you always ask me that? Like, because it doesn't matter if you're not happy, nigga. Yeah. Like to me, nigga, you're already the fucking GOAT. Like you are amazing. But if you're not happy, it means nothing, nigga. Like it means nothing to anything. Because if you're trying to do shit to make us happy, the fuck life is that?
You feel me?
You feel me?
Listen, man. Active black fathers, clap it up real
right,
quick.
hello.
You feel me?
Hello.
Active black fathers.
For now, shit, nigga. You get cursed out no matter what. Hey, it's a whole nother thing.
But since you brought that up,
good segue. Let's get into the bullshit.
Since you brought that up, man, I definitely had to write this bar down. Child support, but support my child. What the fuck you mean?
Yeah.
I need the elaboration. I need the rap genius of that bar.
What was that? What was the line before that? It's so hard when you gotta remember your fucking line. Shit. All right. So the line to break down that line is I said my baby mother fuck, I'm sorry, but I need to what's the name? Justifies me as a what's the name? I'm just a king trying to raise a queen. But to my BM, I'm a paycheck that justifies the mean. Child support, but I support my child. What the fuck you mean? So the point of that bar is I am more than a financial, and that's something that I have battled that bothers me, is that sometimes it feels like your identity becomes what you necessarily can give and what you necessarily can pay or what you can provide, or performance. Once again, it breaks it down to the point of performance. And that part of it is just like, I am an active father that wants to be in my kid's life, and I want to be like, I am like actively always in my kid's life and try, and like my point of it is like, here you have this child support, but besides this child support, I do way more than that.
Yeah, like your hands on.
Like I'm like I do way more than that, and I guess from a nigga that like didn't have his pops, that shit is like a thing to me. Like bro, like to, in all honesty, that's the thing that couldn't. I think that's the identity that I fucking struggle with. If you actually name my circles, my friends, is that my biggest fear is becoming my father. Like my biggest fear is becoming my father. Like that was like that was a thing. Like
did you ever meet him?
Yeah, no, like my father. So let me give you what's name. My father. It's not like I don't know who my father was. My father was in our life for a second, for a time, and then my mom and my father separated. And when my father bounced, it's just our rapport and who we are and who he was to us. It just wasn't a thing. Like I remember fucking doing something dumb and getting locked up, and I haven't seen my father in like fucking nigga in months, close to years. This nigga came all the way down to see me and like see me in jail to tell me you're a fucking idiot and left. And then I never see that nigga again. like dead ass. And like it's not like this nigga was with me.
Yeah.
No, this nigga wasn't with me. That I
made it your business to come down.
Made it business to tell me that and then skip. And yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. With that being said, I've learned that me forgiving my pops or me, what's the name, was more for me than him. And I realized that, like, in all honesty, like that shit consumed me. Like that anger consumed me. Like it was a point in time when I was gonna fight my father. Like, and I was a young man, but I was ready at this point where nigga, I'd kill you right now because this shit consumed me. And in all honesty, I didn't need his approval or validation, which that's where validation comes from. He's the first verse I'm talking about. Like, I wanted his approval so much. There's a new song that I'm writing, bro, and I said some sick shit. It was crazy because it was really crazy. But I said, yo, like I was so like I was so stuck in your like your approval and almost made me meet my demise. Sometimes I used to want to see if I would die just to see if you would cry. Just because I wanted his approval so much, because I wanted him to co-sign me to say that you're a man. Mm-hmm. That's what that comes from.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, I need you to tell me I'm that nigga so I can face the world. But you're not telling me I'm that nigga. So it's like, I'm not valid yet. Like, I'm not good yet because you haven't told me, or because the only representation of a man I have is you, nigga. Yeah. So and that's why we would fight for that valid. So my biggest fear would always be that, to the point of my daughter. And you start to kind of understand and see that, like, sometimes your kid's heart is not big enough for them to see you or accept the pain and things you went through, because they're not supposed to. I'm supposed to be there for them. You're not supposed to be able to digest my pain and and I'm guilty of that sometimes. Like, yo, like, I'm doing this and doing that, and they're like, and she's like, bro, I love you. Like, I just need you to, like, do this, like, do this and do that. But I'm like, I'm more than this. I'm more than that. I'm more, and they can't digest that, because it's like, yo, I understand that you're more than that, but right now, I just want to see if you're gonna fucking buy these sneakers.
Yeah.
Like, are you gonna get these Westerners, or you're gonna, or can you take me here, or can you do these? Are and honestly, that's what they're supposed to be saying and doing, because that's what they're like that's the, you know what I'm saying. And when it comes down to the point of, like, to that line, it was very frustrating to me, because I used to feel like child support was something where people that didn't take care of their kids, or people that were in their kids' life, would go. That's not always true. Yeah. And honestly, to be honest with you, I don't want to be taken off of child support. Believe it or not, it made things a lot easier. Mm-hmm. Like, here, structure. Yeah, it gives a certain type of structure to it. But, like, yeah, that was where that line was from, because it's like, once again, I'm trying to sit here and say that, like, me was trying to look for approval from my dad. Now I was trying to look for approval from my daughter's mother to say and meanwhile, she couldn't give me that either, because I'm not her father. Mm-hmm. I'm my daughter's father.
But yeah, be careful what you wish for, basically.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, that's where that comes from. I'm telling you right now, I'm long-winded, bro.
No, that was dope though.
But y'all don't chop me, bro.
That was very, very
dope. I'm about to say, nigga, if you don't chop me, it's gonna go forever.
I know. I mean, yeah, like I said, it's all about be careful what you wish for. I put that actually in a bar not too long ago. I said, this is the life that I wish for till they started shooting stars. I wrote that right after Pop Smoke died, because I felt like, yeah, like, we just always just like a life that we glamorize and we want. One. You feel me? That was I was like,
I fuck with that.
I was like, I wrote that literally right after that shit, because it's just like, just be careful what you wish for, because you don't know what was on the other side of that door, basically. Like, niggas don't know, like, niggas always say, I want this, I want that, I want that. I'm like, you sure? Do you know everything that come with it?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
yeah. No, what's up?
Because in his circumstance, that's just crazy. Like I said, you thought you done made it. First year as a big ass rapper, you over there. You survived Brooklyn, New York, for your demise to be in fucking Beverly Hills or some shit, California. Just things that you would never respect.
I ain't gonna lie, Pop was special.
He's so special.
He was very special, bro. Like, honestly, like, the whole New York drill movement, like, bro, it would be so different, I think, if Pop was there.
That was such a loss.
It was such a loss. And the crazy thing also is, everyone co-signed. Mm-hmm. Everyone knew it. Everyone,
he knew he was special.
Everyone knew, like, nah, this nigga's it. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, this nigga's just his voice alone.
It was a transition too, because I remember one of his last interviews, he's saying that shit, and that's what makes that last album, the Presumptuous one, so fire. He's like, yo, bro, my next shit, I'm telling y'all, I'm on a different type of time. So like, I'm glad that he low key finished that album like prior to, I mean, what happened, because I don't know about y'all, I don't listen to Presumptuous album. Shout out Mac Miller, I haven't listened to a single one since he's passed, because like, I can't do that shit, bro. Like, that's just me personally. Yeah. But like, unless you finish the album prior to your death, that's the only time I'll probably listen to it.
Mac was another one.
Yeah,
Mac was there. We got the same birthday, me and Mac Miller.
Wow.
Sorry. Fuck with Mac.
But we have touched our hour. I actually had way more to get to, but I didn't realize the conversation would flow that easily, man.
Yeah, part two.
No, for real. We do have some fire shit on here.
Say we do, man.
Is there any ones that you want to really, really say? The one more, anything like that?
I did want to get to the Huey P bar because I've been listening to yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna get to that one real quick.
Don't get to I want to go home too, guys.
Because I specifically wrote this because I've been listening to I'm an audiobook nigga now, by the way, you feel me? So I've been listening to Revolutionary Suicide by Huey P. Newton, and he basically, before the book even like starts, like whatever that prologue part, whatever you call it, he literally says in that book, he's like, in layman's terms, he's not gonna live to see the change as to what he's basically spending his lifetime fighting for. What I'm doing now for the Black Panther Party was supposed to be for my kids or that in the future. So I just wanted you to expand on it because obviously you are the only person here with a child. So you're all single though. But I was like, as an artist too, like just elaborate on how, the things that you do now, do you expect to see, once again, instant gratification now, or everything you do is for, I guess, the future or foreseeable future?
I don't definitely.
Or generations to come.
I definitely don't think I'm gonna see that. If I am, I'm blessed. But no, I don't think that's what's that shit? Your praise, it won't come on time, nigga. Your praise, it won't come on time. It won't come on time. They tell you lies while niggas alive, and then the truth creeps out when you meet your demise. And that's talking about that to the point where like the value of who you are and the value of the things that you went for is only gonna come out when you can't hear it and when people are what's the name. And I feel like as an artist, especially of us being an artist, this is our way to cheat death. Music's the only way for us to cheat death. We're literally, anything we create is for people after us.
Yeah.
Anything you create. Anything you just made, it's not for you to enjoy it. It's for after you. So with that being said, how we were already destined to not see our value because we're making this for the people, for people to after us, for people to come after us to either learn from it, to be inspired from it, to understand who you were. But that's always been that. We're never. So yeah, I don't think that for me to be that, I have to be like, it's just a moment God has to give me.
That's what I feel like too, especially obviously for what the Panther Party was fighting for and all everything during the Civil Rights Movement. I'm like, we take so much things for granted nowadays, right? Like, for example, at their time, shit that we see on the regular, like obviously a playground full of obviously mixed children just running around, whether black, white, Asian. I'm like, literally, just not over even 100 years ago, there's people like in these situations that's like, yo, bro, that is their dream that they wanted to see at a point in time, bro. So it's just like, it's just crazy. Like I said, so much shit that we take for granted nowadays. That's why I be saying, and niggas get mad. These are the things you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to do any of these things. These are all things that we take for granted because we have normalized it nowadays. But at a point in time, these things that we normalized weren't normal.
But why? I guess I want to challenge. Why do we take it for granted? Like, so what are we chasing? Like, so we're always grinding and chasing and doing some of the things, and the things that we do take for granted, like, chilling at home with your family. Why do we take it for granted? Why do you think we take it for granted?
I think people just expect. Tomorrow is expected from most people. Like, as your parents used to say, you should wake up every day and thank God that you woke up to see another day. I feel like there is people out there be like, nigga, like, I made it home. Why shouldn't I wake up the next day? I'm like, you don't know when you go to sleep, your house might go on fire. Something could possibly happen that, like, you might not make it to see the next morning. Or like you just said, just making it home in general. You just think, all right, it's an average day, I'm supposed to just get in my car, take my regular route to work. You don't know fucking tractor trailer brakes could go pop, and now you get clapped on the highway. Like, you don't know there's anything can happen at any given time.
Yeah, literally, God forbid.
Like,
Jesus,
saying, but it's just anything can happen. So people just need to wake up and just be gratitude every day. All right, just be gracious for everything that happened in your life because it doesn't need to go that way. For as right as life can be, it can very much go left.
A billion percent. So I think perspective is everything. It's all on how you look at it.
You feel me? We'll close out on that. You feel me? We'll close out on that.
Yeah, we definitely need another episode.
Yeah, we definitely do. All right, I don't need Poncho double charging me, so that's all. All right. But ladies and gentlemen, all right, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the bell notification at the top so you don't miss any of our lovely drops. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram at Being Black is Ghetto. None other. Steelyone in the building. Ajayla, Terrence, therapy out right now. Go get on all streaming platforms. It's your boy Jay Evans, and we are signing out.
Oh.